Hi guys, I'm Riley Hicks if you don't know me. So for my senior project, I really wanted to do something involving dogs working with people and making people smile. So my project, I was researching therapy dogs and how they positively benefit people. As part of my project, I became certified as a pet therapy team with my content mentor, Helen Nichols' dog Paddington. Helen is the owner of No Monkey Business Dog Training and has been training dogs for over 12 years. Unfortunately, Paddington couldn't be here with us today because he's on his honeymoon. Well, actually, Helen's honeymoon, but he's going to be up in the corner with us today as if he was here. He's very well behaved, so we're just going to pretend. Okay. For those of you who don't know, therapy dogs are trained and are responsible for providing physiological and psychological therapy to individuals other than their handler. These dogs have great temperament and are very friendly and visit different places and people, which I'll talk about soon. Therapy dogs are often confused with service dogs. Service dogs are strictly trained as well, but perform tasks to work and accommodate to their handler's disabilities. Unlike service dogs, therapy dogs are encouraged to be social and interact with people. Therapy dogs can be used to greatly improve physical health. They've been shown to help lower blood pressure, improve cardiovascular health, release endorphins that have a calming effect, diminish pain, and produce an automatic relaxation response from petting, which can reduce the amount of medication some people need. Therapy dogs can also help children who need physical rehabilitation. Kids are more willing to work on difficult tasks and get much better when there's a certified animal included in their therapies. Without a therapy dog, a child could be afraid of the muscle aches and range of motion that the different exercises bring. So when a therapy dog is present, there's purpose to the actions they do and the aches are hardly noticed. All right. People have been shown to be helped by therapy dogs while recuperating in hospitals. This allows patients and their families to be social and receive comfort. It provides a warming and loving distraction from worries and pain. In a particular study, it was found that groups of patients who received visits with dogs had improved heart rate and blood pressure, decreased stress hormones, and less anxiety than the other two groups, which just had visits from people or no visits at all. Therapy animals also have a large impact on the treatment of mental health. Therapy dogs help reduce anxiety, depression, loneliness, boredom, and feelings of isolation. Therapy dogs also lift spirits, encourage communication, increase social interactions, help children overcome speech and emotional disorders, and motivate a faster recovery. One story I read is about a handler named Melissa and her therapy dog Marley, and they helped a child named Jason mentally and physically. Over the months, Jason worked with Marley, and Melissa saw enormous gains in muscle tone, coordination, and endurance. But perhaps the most exciting thing of all wasn't even in her area of expertise. Jason talked, finally. Okay. So one program I researched is called Pause for Purple Hearts. This helps veterans with PTSD. A veteran will train a golden or Labrador retriever for 18 to 24 months, and then this dog is given to a veteran who suffered combat-related injuries. This training process helps veterans decrease anxiety and depression, decrease dependence on medications, increase patience, impulse control, and emotional regulations, among many other things. All right. So therapy dogs can also help reduce anxiety in children who are working on reading. When kids read to dogs, they gain confidence and literacy skills with a non-stressful, non-judgmental environment. Kids have fun reading to dogs, and they know they won't be criticized or laughed at for their mistakes. One study found that reading aloud to a dog 10 minutes once a week for 10 weeks improved the reading fluency of third grade students by 12%. Therapy dogs also help the elderly in nursing homes with companionship and mental health issues. Therapy dogs lift their spirits and provide a physical contact that they're usually missing in their lives. Best of all, they help distract the elderly from their worries, boredom, loneliness, and lack of control. Therapy dogs are now being used at college campuses to help reduce stress and blood pressure during exam times. Campus pet therapy has spread like wildfire and has become very popular and the norm at many schools. People become less frightened and feel more secure when they pet dogs. Here at Boho School, we bring therapy dogs to the school during final exams, which is great. So as I mentioned earlier, part of my project was to become certified as a pet therapy team. This turned out to be a little more interesting than I expected. Temperament plays a huge role in therapy dogs. If your dog doesn't have the right temperament, he or she should not be a therapy dog. If your dog has a good, not the best temperament, you can change their behavior, but this takes a lot more time and work. A therapy dog must have basic obedience, must be loving, but can't be too shy or too crazy. So I first chose to work with my neighbor's dog, Murphy. He's a 1-year-old Wheaten Terrier. When I first met him, he was a calm, sweet dog, but then when I met him to start my therapy dog work, he was very jumpy and crazy. I realized it would take longer than the summer to get Murphy certified. Sorry, Murphy. Next, I decided to work with my dog, Splash. Compared to Murphy, Splash was very mellow. However, I decided not to work with Splash because he liked to jump and bark a little too much, and I didn't have quite enough time to train that. Sorry, I love you, Splash. Finally, Helen wondered if I wanted to train her 3-year-old collie, Paddington, because she didn't have time to certify him and she always wanted to get him certified. That was a fabulous idea, and that's how we became a team. Paddington's perfect because he's very well trained, as you can see, and very friendly. Throughout the summer, Paddington and I spent a lot of time together. We went to Petco and practiced a lot of required skills to pass the test. I did my test with Therapy Dog International. For this test, Paddington and I had to do actions such as sit, stay, down, stay, saying hi to people, loose leash walking, being okay with medical equipment like wheelchairs and crutches, and being okay with children and people yelling and leaving food and water on the ground alone. I loved learning and seeing how therapy dogs can help people even if it just puts a smile on someone's face. Paddington and I are looking forward to spending time at White Rock and other places like hospitals, child care centers, and other places where Therapy Dog International is requested. I loved working on my senior project this summer. I probably never would have made the time to train a therapy dog, and I just loved it. It's a great way for me to give back to the community while having fun and making people smile. Does anybody have any questions? Yes?
What one piece of advice would you give the seniors that are here today that are just starting on their senior center projects?
I would definitely say start your project as early as possible. For me, I ended up starting a lot later because it was hard to get a date where I could get him certified, so I couldn't go to all the different places I wanted to take him in time for this project, but I'll continue to do that throughout the year, so I would just start as soon as possible. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Psychology, we're going back. This is the last psych class. Thank you, Riley. Good job, Riley. Good job, Riley.
Oh, wow.
Upstairs all the way to the end. Thanks, guys. Yeah.